So I was gonna put this video off since I've already done 3 videos about the dojutsu in the Naruto universe, and I don't want to oversaturate the channel with Naruto videos over such a short period of time. But then I went and skimmed through the data about the Byakugan and realized I could probably go through everything about it in 5 minutes or less, so let's get going. So first things first, the name, what does it mean? Well, luckily for both you and me, it's very simple. It won't take any time to explain it all. Byakugan just translates to white eye. You know, because Byakugan, it's white. Unfortunately, that gives us no insight whatsoever into the Byakugan, so I'm kinda left hanging for a segue here. I guess the best thing to jump to from here would be acquisition of the Byakugan, so let's cover that. Well, there's not really a whole lot to say about that either, because unlike with the Rinnegan and the Sharingan, there's no convoluted process to go through to unlock the Byakugan. You just sort of have it from birth. I should probably specify that not everybody can gain access to the Byakugan this easily. It is a Hyuga-only thing, but for members of the Hyuga clan, acquiring the Byakugan is incredibly simple. Generally, the ability is available from birth, but in some rare cases, it has to be unlocked. The process for unlocking the Byakugan has never really been explained, though, and given the simple nature of the dojutsu and the fact that every Hyuga on screen has it, I'm pretty sure that unlocking the Byakugan is a pretty easy thing to do. So, now that I've covered acquisition, let's go ahead and jump to ability. How powerful is the Byakugan? What is it capable of? Well, see, the Byakugan is pretty underwhelming when put up against the Sharingan and the Rinnegan. Now, don't get me wrong, it's still a valuable asset. It's powerful enough that tons of shinobi from various different countries have attempted to infiltrate the Land of Fire to steal the Byakugan for themselves, but again, it's nowhere near as powerful as the Mangekyo Sharingan or the Rinnegan, so bear that in mind. Now, that said, in terms of visual prowess, the Byakugan shits all over the Sharingan and the Rinnegan, like it's not even a contest. Not only does the Byakugan give its owner a nearly 360-degree field of vision, but in addition to that, this field of vision stretches for quite some distance. Now this range varies between different Byakugan owners and can be increased through training, but most of the time it's still really impressive regardless. I don't know what the exact limit on the range of the Byakugan is, or if there even is one, but Hinata managed to increase the distance her Byakugan could see from 50 meters in part 1 to 10 kilometers in Shippuden. Now, I don't know if we're exactly clear on how big 10 kilometers is, but that's like really far away. And considering Hinata isn't even an exceptionally powerful member of the Hyuga clan, I don't even want to think about how far some of the clan's most powerful members can see, or, God forbid, how far Kaguya's eyes can see. Anyway, the ridiculous range of the Byakugan is helped in no small part by its ability to see through solid objects. Yes, in other words, that means the Byakugan has X-ray vision, and while this has very many long-range benefits, particularly the ability to see through any obstructions in the way of the Byakugan's massive field of vision, it also has a plethora of close-range benefits. The most obvious ability that this grants is the ability to see Chakra like the Sharingan and the Rinnegan can, though in this field the Byakugan far outclasses those two. Unlike the Sharingan and the Rinnegan that can only see the basic chakra flow throughout a person's body, the Byakugan can clearly see a person's entire chakra network in full detail. By extension, this allows them to see tiny things called chakra points, and this ability is indispensable. As a matter of fact, there are quite a few ninjutsu techniques that the Hyuga created to complement the ability to see chakra points, and the most powerful is the 8 trigram 64 palms. Now, the 8 trigram 64 palms has more powerful variants like the 128 palms. Who would have guessed that? But the function remains the same across all of its variants. The function in question is to completely devastate an enemy's chakra pathway system. By striking 64 of an enemy's chakra points, or 128 in the case of the 128 palms, the user of the technique stops the flow of chakra through each of the points that are stricken. As a result, chakra fails to flow through the body at any rate whatsoever, and it leaves the person on the receiving end unable to do anything, even something as simple as stand up. The only other noteworthy technique that's really heavily reliant on the Byakugan is the 8 trigrams palm rotation, which is just like a blue version of Shinra Tensei in essence. It makes use of the 360-degree vision of the eyes, but not much else. And speaking of that, it is worth noting that the Byakugan do not have complete 360-degree vision. There is one blind spot directly above the thoracic vertebra, and this is a blind spot that Sakura actually used to her advantage in the fight against Kaguya. One final note as well is that Hagoromo said that the Byakugan can be used to increase the range of Genjutsu, which Kaguya took advantage of to increase the range of the infinite Tsukuyomi. So I guess there's that. The thing is, that's kind of where the Byakugan's abilities end. I mean, like, I could talk about the Twin Lion Fists or Air Palm or whatever, but those aren't Byakugan abilities. Those are abilities created to complement the Byakugan. Not the same thing. So yeah, like I said, the Byakugan's kind of underwhelming. I mean, I guess I could talk about the Tenseigan, but there's even less to say about it than there is about the Byakugan. The Tenseigan is to the Byakugan what the Rinnegan is to the Sharingan. It is a 6 paths enhanced version of the eye that has super ultra god powers and can only be acquired through some dumb convoluted process. In the case of the Tenseigan, acquiring it can be done by simply being a member of the Otsutsuki clan and transplanting a member of the Hyuga clan's Byakugan into your eyes. It's really that simple. Anyway, the abilities of the Tenseigan are kinda weird too. The eyes seem to give a person control over attractive and repulsive forces, like the Diva Path of the Rinnegan, though I'm not sure if the extent of control is the same as that of the Rinnegan. It also grants a person access to the Tenseigan Chakra mode for some fucking reason, which is pretty much just a green version of Naruto's Chakra mode that also comes with the truth-seeking orbs typically seen in 6-path Senjutsu. I think the Tenseigan also lets you fly if you have it, so that's cool. But, yeah, that's about all there is for the Byakugan. Told you this would be quick.